Yesterday, and I'm sure you're finding out about this for the first time here right now, Derek Chauvin was convicted on all of the counts that he was facing: unintentional second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter, which was somewhat surprising when you consider that only 7 police officers have been convicted of murder for police shootings since 2005. That is after thousands of these shootings. 7 have been convicted. I guess they're always innocent. But anyway, following that, he was taken to a state prison, the Minnesota Correctional Facility, Oak Park Heights, to await sentencing. There he was placed in an administrative control unit, a housing unit that is separated from the general population for his own safety. Seems like a good call considering America and the police and all that. Anyway, he's gonna be sentenced in 8 weeks, so around the second week of June. And we don't know, JR, exactly how many years he's going to get, but second-degree murder carries a maximum sentence of 40 years in prison. Third-degree murder is punishable by up to 25 years, and second-degree manslaughter is punishable by up to 10 years in prison. So, appeals notwithstanding and all of that, he does look like he faces at least a good number of years.
Yeah, there's gonna be something. And also, I saw, I don't wanna misquote her. It may have been Adrian Lawrence, one of our legal folks who's very proficient on all this stuff. So I apologize if it wasn't her, but I thought it was her that tweeted out and pointed out that this particular judge in this is gonna be up for re-election. And this is the sad part about it. He's gonna be up for re-election soon enough that wherever the sentencing he decides to go with on this could affect his reelection in this particular state to stay in his position. So he may be thinking, yeah, I want to make sure enough voters like me enough, so I may go ahead and throw the book at this guy, rather than what many people would have assumed would happen, especially within our justice system here, was let him off with as little as possible, but by still trying to show some level of punishment since he was convicted. So we'll see where he lands, and if maybe he goes full boat from the way many people want as far as the sentencing goes, it may be because of his political ambitions or his ambitions for keeping his position as a judge there. But again, some people may see that and go, oh man, good, I mean, he's gonna go after him. But doesn't that suck that the potential for him doing something right and normal with the sentencing may be based off of career ambitions?
Exactly.
Instead of just the right thing. Again, this is all speculation, but if it goes that direction, we have to understand all the factors that could come into this type of decision.
Yeah, it's just election of judges is just weird. It's so weird. Anyway, but so that's looking forward some of the potential consequences. Jared, do you want to talk generally about yesterday?
Oh yeah, we can go through it. We can go through it all. Totally.
Sure. I mean, like I know a lot of people are just.
Yeah.
So, but what did you think? What were your expectations, and what did you think when it was announced?
Honestly, so really in my heart, I figured he'd be convicted on everything. Okay. I wasn't going, oh my God, but it wasn't lost on me of our history, and it wasn't lost on me that the fact that you gave the actual number, that 7 officers that have been involved in murders. Over the past however many tens of thousands of cases.
16 years, 7.
So you can't ignore that blatant history and those facts. So the assumption may be, hey, is this gonna be one of the other 16,000? Or is this gonna be one of the under 10? So there's the possibility, but the fact that this was this big of a case as it was, and people, their eyes were on it since it happened, and for the whole summer is one of the things that sparked all of the protests, which again, people keep pointing out, and this is people that were in agreement to it and people that were against the protests that sparked last summer. People were thinking it's about just this one particular case with Floyd, but this is because of the other 16,000 cases just in the past in the past 16 years, those thousands and thousands of cases. But this goes past the past 16 years. This goes from the beginning of policing and beginning of the way that they do this. This is a tradition. So the pushback was against the tradition of blatantly, quickly just killing folks in front of a crowd that's filming you, and actually having that kind of nerve to be like, yep, I'm gonna go to trial and I'm gonna say not guilty. And just walk right in and expect the best for himself. Because that's the way it's worked before. You can't blame him, can you? What you're supposed to do, not trust the system? They always say to trust the American system. The American system has told him many times, hey, cops have this level of immunity that they can do all these things and say, oh, I'm sorry, I thought I was in fear of my life, and you get off, because that's the way it works.
Yeah.
And in the times that it doesn't work that way, yeah, he's gonna be surprised. And he's gonna go, wait a second, I'm still a cop, right? Wait, I killed a black guy, right? This is supposed to just kind of get swept under the rug like it always does. What's wrong with you guys? It's this alternate reality that we've been living under and we've accepted. And then when correct things happen, it's a bit of a surprise, even for the folks who want it to happen that way.
Exactly. Yeah, and that reaction, that like shocked, wait, this isn't how it's supposed to work. He's supposed to get off. Definitely the right wing is feeling that, and we're gonna be giving some of their responses in a bit. But yeah, that 7 police officers thing is pretty crazy, and it's not difficult to speculate about how easily this could have been. It could have stayed at 7, or I guess 6. If not for all of the protests and the media attention, maybe he would have gotten off. If not for the video, definitely he would have gotten off. Without the video, even if you had the description, it wouldn't have been enough. And many people were sharing yesterday, JR, I'm sure you saw this, the original statement put out by the police. Did you see that? After Floyd died? It was like this right up from the police, and it was a man dies following medical issue. And that's all it was.
Yeah.
There was nothing about the knee.
Oh yeah.
No indication of any of that. If that had been it, apparently there was a teen girl who filmed it, I believe. If she hadn't done that, done. He's an innocent man as far as the system is concerned. So anyway, yeah, it's just
the reason that they say that girl was a hero is because think about the many times that people are filming and you've seen these recordings, and then cops aggressively shove people away, stand in front of their cameras as the events are happening. And if that's your protocol to generally, basically, literally circle the wagons and block any kind of filming from happening, it means you don't want the public to know what's happening inside of that barrier that you've created.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.